Get back in.
Just break for water. So it all winds up. What's up, Bobsters? Bit of an update. Roger and myself thought we'd have a bit of an update on what's going on behind the scenes. We've currently been working on some hoodies, aiming at the new guys. There's the positives and negatives. The positives is we've been able to do it. The downside is it's been a limited number, so we've had to pick the guys that are going to get the hoodies. You want to elaborate a bit more on that, bro?
Yeah, so it wasn't actually easy. We've got about 30 hoodies with a couple of sizes. I think it's large, XL and 2XL. So because of the limited numbers, what we decided to do was take a look back on sort of your guys' performance as Bobs, you know, who's contributed, who's participated, and we've sort of handpicked 30 guys based on that, you know. So I mean, this is not to say that you other guys that don't have hoodies who have missed out this run won't get an opportunity, because we'll do a second run anyway. But it's just, once again, you know, the guys that contribute to the page, participate and support. You know, I don't know how many times I've got to say this, man. Liking and commenting costs you what? Nothing but time. And let's face it, man, you're always on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat, so it's really not that hard for you to jump on and support the brothers. And like I said, these 30 odd guys, because they're like that and they've done really good supportive things for the group, or they've just uffed guys hard out, have been the first guys that have been approached and offered the hoodie. And let me just tell you, man, a handful of those guys are absolutely fizzing that they're going to get hoodies, because there's a couple in there that are actually brand new Bobs.
If I could touch on that too, bro, with the likes and that sort of stuff, a while back, if we've been adding stuff in regards to comps and stuff, like the Tatonka and the Deep Denza, we're constantly checking the likes and comments and seeing who's involved, and for that sort of stuff, you've got to think about the bigger picture, because we're constantly thinking ahead. Makes it easy for us to ask for stuff. Example, Brett Perkins hunting comp that's coming up, it makes it easy for us to ask for sponsorship or prizes to donate towards that. And yeah, that's the reason we do that sort of stuff, and it's important that we, like Thane said, it takes nothing to like or share or fucking comment, so no real reason not to.
A good example is guys that stand out for us that offer just because they're good bastards. Sam Tomohori.
Yep.
Sam obviously got all those key stuff out, and they're absolutely awesome, an awesome idea, and you guys, most of you guys ordered them anyway. So it's just little things like that that make guys stand out. And I'm not saying that all of us have to offer a whole heap of shit up, but like I said, minimum is your guys' support on the page. So
yeah, it's all about giving back, and it's not necessarily hunting spots or access to animals. What Sam did with the badges, Muddy's gong shooting on a facility at his place, and barbecues, and John Wagner facilitating a catch up with a barbecue and stuff like that. So take the initiative. It's not necessarily give up an animal or a spot. There's other things outside of the square that you can contribute to the group, which will be noticed, and then it makes it easy for us to pick you guys for up and coming things. Some more things we're working on is a bit of merchandise, gun bags and shooting rests, hats and all that sort of stuff I'm working on at the moment, and our patches. Customised patches to regions. You would have seen the popcorn patch and the rooster patch. Currently working on a Whanganui one as well. So there's stuff behind the scenes we're constantly working on. If there's an availability issue, then put your hand up by doing this other stuff, and then you'll certainly get noticed.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, the brand, I suppose, the brand is what you call it, is pretty strong, and obviously we've been approached a number of times to try and increase our numbers, but we're going to keep it pure, and part of that is this brand that we've created. You know, for us guys, it makes it special if we're just only limited numbers, and you know, the whole thing with the hoodies. You know, unfortunately, there are guys that they're not very good Bobs and left the group, and they've actually got our hoodies. But I always sort of look at it for the meantime they were in there, they were good bastards, so they kind of earned it for that stage. But you know, those fellas want to still wear it and think they're good bastards, and it's up to them, I suppose.
And just to finish off on those hoodies, we're going to be doing another round sweep of the hoodies later on, so hopefully pick up the rest of you guys, and also start initiating round 2 hoodies. And we're thinking about some new designs of hoodies. There's a few camo ones that look pretty cool, so those of us that be keen on a second hoodie, then that might be an option for later on. So again, it's more stuff that we're working on behind the scenes.
Right.
Up and coming, we've got Hank coming over. So thanks to Hamish Burlace, Brian and Brett for helping facilitate, and Roger is taking Hank fishing, and we'll probably go through to Hawke's Bay to catch up with a dive with Jay in regards to that. So we'll keep everyone updated on that. We'll probably have a couple of catch-ups, gatherings, where everyone can catch up and have the opportunity to meet Hank and have a few quiet ones and a bit of food.
Another thing to think about, guys, is Seeker Show. If you guys are keen to have a low-key catch-up, I don't want to make anything too big this year because the show was actually made with cabbage last year or the year before. And I'm just mindful of it. I hope it doesn't fall too close to fly fishing opening season, because I'll probably be out fly fishing. But yes, have a think about that. I'll be pretty keen to zip up there for a day, fill up a truck full of the brothers and whoop up there, have a catch up, maybe a breakfast like we did the last time, was around the show, and then maybe a quick catch up and then going back to wherever you come from. So have a think about that, give us some feedback on that if you guys are keen to do that again. Yeah.
And also, if you've got any ideas around that catch ups, not necessarily a Seeker Show, something else that might be in your region, put it forward to the team, and then yeah, we might be able to catch up within your region as well. And also Tautoko support. Some of the guys have been doing stuff for the group and not getting acknowledged and stuff like that. If you are doing stuff for the group, flick us a PM. If you're too humble to do it on the page, just let us know. Makes it easy for us to select you for when we'd like have hoodies and stuff like that. If we don't know, we don't know. So I'd rather you guys flick us a message if you're too humble, which is cool, you know, just so we know what's happening behind the scenes. We'd feel stink not to give you the opportunity to get a hoodie when you've been doing stuff and haven't been recognised for it.
Totally agree, bro. Totally agree. And there's a couple of the brothers there. We didn't know that they were kohai real hard out, you know, and sort of it came to our attention that it kind of may not have looked like that, but we found out that he's actually, you know, good bastards. So one other thing, probably something that I've had a couple of messages that some of the brothers that are going through personal issues and stuff like that, you know, pretty cool that you private message us just to keep let us know what's going on, because you know, if you disappear off the page, I mean, generally if you've been with the group for a wee while or you're a good bastard, one of us from admin will probably just PM you, just ask you how you're going, more of a welfare check than anything else. And I know a few of the brothers have gone through some fucking domestic stuff, so all sweet ass that you contact us and we'll just sort of then we know, you know, if you sort of fall off the pace. But like I said, it's just keep us in the loop. Don't forget, fill out your leave form for your girlfriend leave, otherwise the managers won't sign you off.
And just on that, you know, if you've seen our stuff, it's all private and confidential. It's not something we blurt out for the rest of the group. We keep it amongst ourselves, just so we know, basically, communication open.
Just while you're on that private and confidential, just reiterate about what goes on the blog page stays on the blog page. We had a couple of incidents there where information left the page, and it's just courtesy, where if somebody posts something, you know, that's private to the page, a comment, a post, something like that, photo, that you ask the person who put it on there for you know, permission. It's just courtesy at the end of the day. I mean, we had a bit of a toe-to-toe, head-to-head debate about the photo and blah blah blah, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's just courtesy to ask that person for their permission to take that to the next level. That's all it is, right? You know, whatever the subject matter, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that post belongs to that person who put it on there, and you should just ask to seek permission to take it off or to inquire someone. So
we'll wrap it up, bro, because we've got 20 seconds left on it. Also, just a shout out to the other admins. Dunks is doing a good job on filtering the comments and pages and doing a top job there. And Hamish for looking after our banking accounts. Everything's going through him. For those who don't know, he does a lot of work.
He's our banker.
So cool. I mean, guys, we'll catch up. Boom. I was watching the seconds countdown.